Welcome to Knoxville, home of the Tennessee Volunteers, where the hymn of choice is good old Rocky Top, and they hope that by the end of this one, it's good on Rocky Top. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Vols will kick it away to start us off. And he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So Miami's offense is going to be backed up thanks to that lackluster return. And they challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. The give to the back. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16. The Hurricanes in the hurry-up. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
Here comes the offense on first down. Leaves it with the back. Got enough space. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown ball. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Bringing it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Leaves it with the running back. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short. No huddle here for the offense. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. The snap sets up the throw. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. So they'll try to make up some of that ground on second down from the 16. Finds his man in the middle, and he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
On third and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the fourth down.
And the Canes line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Makes a connection. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. They move the tight end all over. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. After that last completion, it's second down. Motion from the offense. From the gun, the running back has it. And the stiff arm was strong, but the defense was stronger, and they stop him for a short gain. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field.
They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
They'll run play action. They're bringing heat. Using the quick game. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. From the gun, the ground game. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. And the Canes want to move quickly. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Dances away, trying to escape and get it himself. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. The Canes are flying down the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
A big play for the defense with the first down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on second down. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. A third down try for the offense. He's looking downfield to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the first quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Ohio State is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Troy Smith, and they're right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Florida State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and now they'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Setting up the screen. Across the 25, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
So now they'll try to mitigate that disaster on second down from the 15. Out of the gun to give to the back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
The Volunteers decide to punt it away. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Pretty good job of running to get two there to the 32. And the Hurricanes headed quickly to the line. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
The Hurricanes will snap it on 1st and 10. The inside handoff. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Now adjusting. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. And the Canes are on the move.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the 1st down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. The give to the back. Open space at the 25. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down. No matter who's been leading the program, Miami always wants to be able to run the ball with some physicality.
Yeah, it starts everything. The line of scrimmage starts everything. That attitude starts everything. And the U is known for attitude. And when they play physical, they've got great teams.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the 1st half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built the lead.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. He'll bring it back from inside his spot. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. He's got his man.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. From the gun, wants to pass. Going to try to get it himself. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
It's really frustrating for a defense when you cover that first play. And you knew it was going to be a pass. You cover everything short. But then the quarterback just makes something happen. I mean, just good luck trying to get him. That's why.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
Well, you can see why this team thinks this kid has a real bright future. It's amazing. He's only a true freshman. He's not built like one, though. And you saw it on that last play. Trust me, that is the first of many sacks in this kid's collegiate career.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful start to things in Knoxville here today. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Neyland Stadium.
And the Canes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And then a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Quickly out to the tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. It's caught. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the 3rd quarter.
And the Volunteers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll give it to the back. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. He wants it all. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing that Get that one.
And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Feeling some... The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
So after that safety, they'll kick it away from their own 20.
Runs out of bounds.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. He'll do it himself. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. And the Vols will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll try it over the left side. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Handoff from the gun. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. The Vols have their offense in high gear. He's got it on the right. Makes the catch, and he's brought down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Give to the back. And he's got enough for a 1st down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the 3rd. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor, both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Flags flying as the pass is incomplete. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll keep it on the ground. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. 3rd and short coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Now they'll run the draw. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a 1st at the 29. The run from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a looking for the end zone. Into the house. Touchdown, Volunteers! Getting set for the point after. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Wide receiver shows motion. With jet sweep pass. Touchdown, Tennessee! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. They'll throw it on first down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Dialing up a second down pass play. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He looks that one in nicely. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. On 4th down, looking to pass. He's going to take off. Fires into traffic, picked off.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.